I need you to go find out who's sick in the community and make them something. You need to make some, so they had to constantly do something different. And so they proudly earned their jingles. And got them up early Saturday morning, because everybody, like I love to sleep in Saturday morning when I can. But just to give them a test, I said, we're going to go build a sweat lodge for the health center, so I'll be picking you up at 7:30. You mean, 7:30 at night? I said, nope, 7:30 in the morning. And I don't want you wearing, spaghetti straps. We're going in the woods. There's mosquitoes. You're going to get scratched. I want you to wear, if you don't have a skirt, you're going to do this. And anyways, and they all came, and of course they were all grouchy looking. By the time we were done, how amazing they were, you know what I mean, stuff. So that was it, and I said, don't worry, next Saturday we're all sleeping in, yeah, yeah. And so we need to help these young women, okay, Dus, yeah. And of course, my beautiful teacher, sister, Elder Gwen Bear. Inside them are the powers of love and strength given by the moon and the earth. So when everyone else gives up, it is the women who sing the songs of strength. And we have to know that. We have to, must be our lunch, yeah. Yeah, you want to open it up? Yeah. So go ahead and go to the next one. We're almost done anyways, just a few more. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Be strong with the Be strong with the warm, strong heart of the earth. And these are my two grandmothers that I work with. We actually had a singing group, a drum group that I had with my elders, but they're all not, some are healthy, some are not, so I've just kind of dissolved in a way. But we all still have our drums and stuff, but it was amazing. So what we would do is, the one grandmother, one of them would make moccasins, the other one would make baby blankets. So whenever we would perform publicly and there was an honorarium, we pooled our money and we would buy materials to make moccasins and give them to babies. So it wasn't for gas, for this. We pooled it, and we would always just buy things for make healing blankets and make shawls for weddings. Okay, next one, please. Yeah, just a few more. Yeah. And of course, so look at that beautiful man there and stuff. So Gilbert Sowell, yeah. The first, where that picture was taken at the Riverside Lodge near Kingsclear, we were part of the acculturation project, and that's the other thing too, Lee, is if there was a way to get hold of the Department of Education to get all of our stories, we had an acculturation project. Rather than acculturate us into English, the four of us, acculturated the English into our culture, and we all shared stories and songs, and they're supposed to be available in all the classrooms. So it's like an online portal. So teachers can say, we're going to talk about baskets today, and then what they'll do is they'll go online and they'll be able to download that. So I'm sure, and as an institution, you might be able to have it. I mean, it was part of your coursework or curriculum, but that's what we did. So that's what we were doing there. The first steps of the next generation begin with the guidance of elders who speak our languages. Extensive work and study must be done by Native youth once they have made the right choice of road. And a youth can't make a choice, not until they're guided. So we can't expect our youth to know, what are you going to do when you grow up? I mean, what a harsh question to ask somebody who's just kind of wondering, and maybe this and maybe that. So let's not pressure them into making a choice before they're ready. They have to be guided, and the way that we do it, we take them on a fast, and we give, and we say, you don't have to make up your mind right yet, et cetera, and all that. So it's really important to support our youth and tell them, we can't wait for you to make that choice, but make it a good one. Yeah. Stuff's the next one. Yeah. And of course, see that little rattle that she's making? I meant to bring one. That's muskrat rattle. There's 13 because of 13 moons. So that little thing that she has, those are 13 strips of ash, and then just a dowel rod. And then we use the muskrat. So this would have been a cover for that. So what we do is we would take our muskrat inside out and sew it right, and then just enough until we can get the dowel on it, and then we flip it back around, and so this would then become a rattle. And what we put inside is choke cherry seeds. And the reason we do it is choke cherry seeds are very gentle. So when we make our choke cherry jams for colds in the winter, we save the seeds, we dry them, and that's what we use as a shaker. And it's a real soft, gentle sound. A lot different than, like, see, this one's loud, and this one's loud. But this one is just beautifully soft. And the reason we made them, our grandchildren were coming into the world with fetal alcohol spectrum disorder or methadone babies. And so for them, it hurts their sensitivity when there's too much noise or too much distraction. So we found a way, and just rubbing the baby, you know, like this. And I've been to the hospital where methadone babies are born, and I've asked permission by the ICU unit to place this underneath the baby's mattress because muskrat is a healer. And I says, and every once in a while, just put this on the baby so the baby will feel that, because it's beautifully soft. And so we use it. And actually, I use it too when elders are passed. And I had one for my brother too, so he could feel that, you know what I mean, softness, as opposed to the needles that were in him and stuff. So this is our healer. So that's what we would have. That's what the rattle would have been doing. So 4-direction thinking has to be utilized. Now 4-direction is that medicine wheel thinking, that spirit, that physical, that emotional, and the mental. You know, what has been left by the trail, meaning what our ancestors left behind for all of us. But we have to leave steps behind too, you know. So we'll benefit all generations and all peoples, but they have to be shared to be known at the deep levels of understanding. They can't just be read in books. There has to be another aspect to it, you know what I mean, of that understanding. Whether it's learning how to make a drum, learning how to go pick medicines, having anything sacred, or being part of a ceremony. That's all that next level of understanding as administrators, as teachers, as, you know, as learners. We have to do that, okay? And just 2 more slides and we're done. Yeah. So this is Tobique First Nation, for those of you who haven't been there and stuff, you know. I always try to put a little red arrow. I used to have a little pointer, and I could point to where my house is in Tobique. But ceremonies on sacred sites and with sacred objects will provide insights into the meanings and intents of the original healers. The road back to balance is a long journey, but it is one that must be made if all of us are to survive. And the Wolastoq and the Tobique. Tobique in Maliseet means Tebeg, where the spring waters come from. And I think I made that in the PowerPoint I gave to Lee, because I have names of our communities and stuff. Yep, I think that's it, yeah. Yeah, and of course I couldn't resist, you know what I mean? I get this. There's another cartoon I haven't put in PowerPoint yet, and it's a native couple, an Aboriginal man and an Aboriginal woman, and there's a non-Aboriginal person putting the baby on a backpack, and says, "Oh, we should have marketed this." Yeah. Okay. Leewin. That's it. Just in time for lunch, and I'm not sure if I was planning to spend the whole day. Are we here for the whole day or just?